Valerie Hunt, Run RX. So here with part 2 of Running 101. So in part 1, we talked about that what runners do. What's the big mistake runners make when they first get into running is they go straight out to the run. So they get the gear and they, but you might get a running plan. So many plans now, especially online, and then you go out and run. And so for most people, again, that thought of like, I'm just going to go running. And we don't really think about what does that mean? I'm just going to go running. So then if it's hard, and again, we'll talk about walking and running as well, but the reality is that running itself is an action. And it's a skill that you can improve on. So you will get better at running by just running and going out there and trying and running. Of course you will. However, if you really work on your running efficiency and you work on your movement in your run and how you can run more efficiently, you are going to be able to run longer and even faster with the goal, whatever your goal is, and prevent injury. Like, that's number one. That's the reason I got into running coaching, guys, by the way, is that when I had my first running group in 1995 or 96, it was a long time ago, over 30 years ago, my first running group, it was the first time I'd experienced people getting hurt, and I was a coach, I was the trainer. And so as the movement coach, if I'm your trainer and you come to me, I want to make sure you're moving really well. And I didn't have a way to show them how to run. And luckily, I found a way, and this is what I'm showing to you. And this is the best part, is that this has never changed. In all the years I've been running, the gear changes, the shoes change, but your movement of running stays the same. So the best part is, and I'm going to keep it short and sweet, so I want you to just think, there's only 3 things. On the ground, I want to be in a running pose. So we're going to say pose. And that pose looks like the figure 4. To get to the pose, I have to take my foot and pull it up. My foot pulls up. And just the thought of that, it's an action you've probably never done. And I have so many videos on pulling and drills and all that good stuff. But in the beginning, keep it really, really simple, because running is very repetitive. It's the same movement pattern over and over. So you are taking your foot from the ground and pulling it up. Where are you pulling to? You're pulling to the figure 4 or running pose. So then you've got a thought, right? So first you've got to figure out what's the running pose. So that's the figure 4. Ears, shoulders, hips, lifted ankle, in line. I encourage you to hold on to something for balance. Really feel the line. Ears, shoulders, hips, lifted ankle. Right, so I'm making the figure 4. Arms are for balance. They hang by your side, nice and relaxed. Use them for balance as needed. Body weight in the ball of the foot. So this is the running pose. Okay? So I'm going to turn this way and do the same thing again. So again, bend your knees. Body weight is in the ball of the foot. You should be able to wiggle your toes. You can even lift your heels, but the body weight is in the ball of the foot. Take the foot from the ground and think up. See how I even took my hand and up? See? Up. You have to think it. You can even say it. Think up. And then check. Can I touch my calf? See, it's a simple check. Rebend your knee. And then line. Ear, shoulder, hip, lifted ankle. So now I'm in the pose. See? Woo! Again, if you get out of balance, just get back in. That's the fun of the practice. So now this is my pose practice, and then I've got to practice the action, the pull. Make sure you put your whole foot on the ground. Use the hamstring. And again, where am I pulling to? To the pose. Ankle, up, under, hip. So now I've practiced 2 parts of the gait cycle. The third part is the falling. We've talked about it. But to think about acceleration in running, so most people think I'm supposed to use my arms and legs and work harder. And I want you to think my arms and legs will work in response to me falling. And this is important because in place, when you just fall to the wall, you're going to feel it. It feels really nice, right? I'm just falling. And it's, again, I'm just connecting thought, because in real life, when you're running, you're not going to feel falling like this, because your body's going to be traveling, right? Gravity and momentum will be taking you. So this is something you practice just in place, and it's a connection, so you can feel that. And what helps you to feel what you're feeling is that as your body travels forward, so now I'm in that running pose, so now watch, when I fall forward, remember my job is to pull, so now I fall, pull, back to pose, fall, pull, back to pose. Running is a repetition of the same gait cycle over and over again, pose, fall, pull. So now I'm practicing that just singles, right? I mean, this is really breaking it down to one single cycle of the gait cycle. So if I start to feel that, so here I am in that running pose, I'm going to fall, pull, right? So then I'm starting that learning. And then I'm going to say, okay, that's how you start learning. So if you were going through my program, our Runner X program, we take people through the immersion. We take you through it for 4 weeks. And we introduce drills and skills and learning. And the idea is that first you think it, then you have to practice it. And the best part, guys, is that it's the simplicity of it sometimes that I think messes people up. And it brings the joy into your run if you connect one with, you're only going to get more balance by practicing standing on a single leg. And running, it's like hot potato. I'm on one foot, then I'm on the other. So you're always balancing on one leg when you're on the ground, right? And then, so I want to have the ability to balance, to hold my line, very important. I want to understand my job, pulling. Then I want to get better at my job. So every time you run, you're just going to get better because now you know what you're supposed to do. And then you add in this running practice. And so the fun part is, once I kind of understand what it is I'm supposed to be doing for running, then when you do follow your plan, then you will get more efficient because now you know when I go out, what am I supposed to do in my run? So it's a really fun way for you also to connect with running, right? And you can practice anytime, anywhere. Like, I don't need a lot of space to just practice the cycle itself, right? Standing in pose, just so you can sense it, you can feel it. The action of pulling, right? Falling, find a wall, then put it together. Pose, fall, pull. And it's a lot of fun, by the way, when you start to feel more comfortable with the movement. Because if I go out running, now I know what I'm supposed to be doing. And when you put it together, I always say, well, think up, 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 up. You know, I mean, think of your movement. Think of what you're supposed to be doing. And then you're just going to get better at doing it, right? That's going to be what you're going to get better at. So if I'm outside and I'm like, well, I'm going to find somewhere to fall to. I'm going to lift up. I'm going to hold my line. And how do you keep traveling? You pull your foot, one up, right? So then I'm just going up, 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 up. And so it's great. Now I have my to-do. and a lot of the other stuff will just come with it. So I just encourage you, just try it. Like I said, we've got tons of practice on the YouTube channel and, of course, on the other sites as well. So great ways to get started and put this into your own training. And just think of, if I just start adding in a little bit of practice as I get started, you're only going to improve. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helped. Please let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for listening. And I hope you subscribe. If you haven't, please do. And of course, share this if you find it helpful. Help others run pain-free. Thank you.